What? Heyo! This is my career save file. So we're still lagging like crazy. I am just kind of curious. The Stormworks drama is still ongoing. But I just want to see like how badly has it affected what? How badly? Come on. How badly it's actually affected my lifeboat. So as you can see, there is like no coolant in or out. My boiler pressure or my boiler temperature is going up, but it's going up at like an ambient rate. It should be up a lot higher if it were actually moving coolant between furnace and the boiler. So this is totally broken. Basically right now we're in a state where Stormworks is kind of just not playable because, well, for me anyway in this particular case, because my boiler won't work and my fluid jets won't work. So it's probably the best time to try and get the lifeboat sorted. I'm so angry at this. I really want to just like scrap all the internals on this and just redo it because it's so messy down here. So I've loaded into creative. I'm gonna try and do some more work on this lifeboat. I'm very, very tempted to just cut out all the internals. My career save seems totally broken, so I don't think there's any point in really trying to play it at the moment. I want to see if there is any way. So I'm just gonna chop. I'm just gonna chop everything. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, this is my interior mostly. Like I can get rid of some of these kind of things. It's a couple of areas where I don't need all the wedges. The main thing I guess is like trying to get stuff to go below the fluid jets because it's such a weird space. So one thing I'm considering is maybe I move the flywheel back here. That kind of fills up that space, you know? Does that really solve anything though? It lets me go like directly up and just use the clutch I already have to control my output. So this top clutch would be the clutch, because I had two clutches, right? I was just permanently engaging both of these. Both of these. And this also opens up opportunities for better fluid intake. And I kind of also liked how I had the pillars and then was using wedges to kind of create support structures. So this is kind of what I was doing, but then I would like a way to stop fluids from getting across to each other. the only real way to do that is like gearboxes in this small space. And apparently there's like a 5% loss of power per gearbox. Apparently, so I've been told. And if I do it there, I can't even put a pipe under here, can I? I can, alright. Okay. So that stops water from flowing, but allows both of them to receive power. And then I can just connect the other pipe to the top of this. I could even move that whole segment back, depending on... Oh, what? I didn't realize I could run it straight up like that. Well... That's real clean. And then this can just like continue up into the roof and find its way out. Everything that's behind there, I think, is just kind of sacrificed space. There's not really anything good that can go back there. If I fill that up, then maybe try and use some of these pyramids. Man, that's so much cleaner. So what this does is it forces me to move the furnace and the boiler and all the pistons forwards, which is going to stop it from drooping in the back, because with the changes that were made for the for buoyancy with the pivots, it'd be good to have less pivots or less reliance on pivots, because it seems like they're trying to nerf that anyway. So I did like the idea of having steers. Can I get a... I'm pretty sure I could get a steer or a little wedge. Yeah, because it's below the flywheel. This will be steam out. Yep, easy. What's this? Air in, exhaust out. Need to flip the furnace around. That puts my diesel, my fuel intake on the other side, which isn't really an issue. What's that? Pump out. Yeah, coolant out. Coolant in. So I'm still going to do my coolant like that. I'm wondering if I should put my pistons this way though. I can't remember why I wanted to flip them around this way. And I also want to try and get rid of any weird gaps. But like, this is a fuel tank under here, isn't it? It's very fuel tank sized. Try and get these pumps like kind of symmetrical. They need to be repairable. So I need to make sure I've got access with like stairs to come up and over. And that's the floor. So I think that was a wall. Was that how it worked? I only had a gap of 2 to get down the sides, which means I need like stairs to be, well, yeah, so here's a problem. I want all my pipes to still be accessible, but I want to be able to hop up over everything. Maybe I need to move my pistons forwards even further. See, this was heavily dictated by the length of like the passenger area. If that doesn't come back so far, what if I lowered the amount of pistons I had? What if I went down to 3 pistons? Then I can just keep my walkways down real low. Unless I can put the pistons in some different orientation. Let me get the boat back in, just the full boat. I want to see, I'm going to paste it back here and then cut it in half. See, it's like, if I want to run stairs up, then they have to be pretty far back so that they can cut into this gap, because that's where that little hallway thing is. And the reason I need stairs up is because the pistons come all the way out. Do you think I can run them with 3 pistons though? Because if 3 pistons does the job, then like what's the point of having an extra 2 pistons? Or does the orientation not matter? Like, can I go this way? Like, that's a bit weird, but I'm still getting 5 pistons. It's still taking up the same amount of space. I've still got all the same input outputs, but I can walk up and down the side now. My flywheel's at the back. The only thing I'm missing here is a condenser, which can definitely go up the front. Is this weird? This is the solution though, isn't it? This fixes all my problems of like having no space to come around the sides. And then I just need one access point, which could be like anywhere. Could be up one side, because then you can still run around the whole thing. The fuel tank can be a lot longer because it doesn't have to drop down anywhere. And then the condenser can go at the very front, like that, but one block higher, I think. I'm trying not to fill up too much stuff though. Like I don't want to cover up anything that I can use. See, that could even go further forwards, right at the very front. I cover up this, cover up that. That's 200 mass right at the front. That's still repairable. I thought it was kind of cool having the pumps like in the floor. I can't remember if this has directional. No, this doesn't have directional pipes or anything. So thinking, how far back can I go? Probably to there is fine. I did really like it being a normal pipe, not an enclosed pipe. That's enough, right? And then do I want to just put in a little steppy step? Get rid of that, fill that in. Step down, wedge, fill that in, pop, pop, wedge. I could put more pillars. If they're functional, I like to have that, but if they're not really functional, it seems a bit like a bit of a waste. Still need to get my steam in and out pumps. So these will be the big pumps. If they go like that, that should be fairly easy to pipe, and I can drop them right down to the floor level. So this is in, this is out. I want to have the ports on the same side, so it's like, yeah, like that. So I think I'll use like an encased one, and then it will just poke out and go straight. And so hopefully, yeah, that's all just solid floor, so that can be piped in. I'm going to try and avoid the piping too much until I get sort of the whole systems connected. It's like I need a pipe to come out of here, but I don't need a pipe on the other side. Oh, but I could put a pipe on the other side to make it look nice, make it look symmetrical. Nothing wrong with that. Drop that down into the floor, and then it's only on this side that I need to connect these, and then run a normal. Oh no, that'll have to be pipes, but on a different system. It needs to go somewhere to avoid the water in, because the water in is coming from this one, and that needs a pump coming up. Well, it's already got that pump pushing it. I don't know if it needs another pump, but if it's going to have a pump on this side pushing out, then it probably should just have them to be symmetrical. It'll look nicer, you know. So actually, it's so much easier to pipe everything like this, is what I'm just realizing right now. I would highly recommend, if you are building a boat, chop it all out and do this, because this is just so easy. Not having to worry about the rest of the boat and just piping stuff. I know this is going to be a floor, so I'm okay with like covering all this up. So that connects all my steam in. So like I could do the pump. That might, oh man, that might work really well. So then this one just comes back and does a couple of 90s. I'm actually finding this a lot more fun now. I was getting really frustrated before. Very frustrated. So now I want to pump in, but I want it to be like this one. So it'll be big side on the inside. Yeah, it's real annoying how this sticks out. Okay, I've just connected that pipe so I can try and figure out how to put the pump on here. Because I want to get that black part of it connected. If I do that, then the black parts are connected, and the only difference is that the pipe needs to come out one straight pipe first. And then that lets me run this pump, which is the coolant. No, this pump is the condensed steam water return, so that can come back up into the roof, come straight along here. At some point, this pipe is going to have to like go up and over and then come down through one of these somewhere, get into the floor, go into this pipe. What if I spliced it? What if I did a bit of old splicey splice? See if I take this thing, this crazy pipe, run that back. Oh, oof. Gotta say, I do love a bit of splicing. Probably one of my most favorite things to try and figure out in Stormworks. Like, actually, splicing pipes together is really interesting. See, so now, wait, I still need this pump to be like upside down. That's so funny. So what's happening is the water return is going down through the floor, splicing into the power system, the power pipe, going up through the like cabin floor, across, pumped down, and then across and water in. And then through the floor, I can pick up the power, run it back to here, chuck a gearbox system back here somehow. Hopefully I never have to repair that, because I think it would fit really nicely back here. And then that can go directly into the flywheels, or the gearbox and the flywheels, up into the fluid jets. See, that makes a lot of sense. That makes too much sense. Oh. This is so clean. I'm so happy I'm doing this, to be honest. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So we go back. That's all... nearly all flat. Oh, it's so close. It's so close to not working. Let's just build the gearbox up here so I can see what I'm doing. I need 6 of these. Why do I use 6? Beats me. That's what grumpy old man said. This kind of sucks because you would want it to do something like that. You need to come in, go through. If you did the 6 the other way, then you would come out the opposite end. For instance, say I come in like this, go down. That's a bit ugly, isn't it? How much space have I got in here? Like, is this a flat wall? It's kind of a flat wall. So I want things to look nice. That's... I want things to look nice more than I want them to work. This is so dumb. I don't think this is gonna work because I've got like there's a fin somewhere down there, a rudder. See, isn't that beautiful? But it would chop. Oh, okay, it would chop a lot. I need to get into the floor somehow, which means I probably need to do that. What if I come across this way? I'm going up. Now I'm in... oh no, it's a wedge. Can I go across one more? No, it's a different kind of wedge. Crap. That kind of ruined my plan. Unless... no, that's all boilers. If I get rid of that and make it a solid block, then this will work. If I do that, it'll look ugly though. Priorities, you know? Don't lower your standards. I know I can pipe it really far back and it will work. So like it comes in here, right? And then I think I go up here. Then this one pops out and turns into where the gearboxes are. This pipe then exits, which it'll have to exit through here, which is not going to work. Maybe I just can't get the gearbox in here. I think there probably is a way to do it, but it may be a lot more work than I'm willing to commit to doing. I mean, it would look really nice in there, that's the thing. So the idea would be to come back here, gearbox, and then drop back down, go all the way back to here, drop back through the wall that will be here to separate the fuel tank from the boiler, and then run directly down the middle to come back up into the flywheel. It's just getting the piping to go up into the gearbox and then, yeah, come through somehow. You know what? I really think it's this block. This block is my problem. If I have that block there, I can make this work. I may need to just hide it a little bit better with some more aggressive wedges. Yeah, because I ran into problems. I was looking at up by the pistons, and I'm going to run into problems where the fuel line needs to go across into the furnace. So doing this keeps it all out of the way. Then I can just go around my fluid port. Comes out here somewhere and it needs to connect into the gearbox. And I think the gearbox is probably going to have to go down. Unless it starts high and ends low. What if here it comes up? We go up and over. Like that. And then this one here can go down and back across the bottom. So I keep my solid blocks through the bottom. And then these two just have to connect. It's not symmetrical, which is a little bit annoying. These are the things I worry about. Is it symmetrical or does it work? I could put another gearboxes. This is making things spin quickly. See how this pipe goes right across to there and this one does not. So if I move that pipe across, then I'm all the way across, and I can fit another pipe. How fast do you think my generator needs to be spinning? Because I'm going to put a generator here somewhere. So if I do like this, and then a T, I can just slap a generator on there. Well, but that looks ugly, doesn't it? And it's only spinning that generator at half its potential full speed. So I'm thinking about splicing it on that side, and then it will be spinning a lot faster. Because I don't even think it's not twice as fast. It's like, it's immensely much more faster because it's multiplying it. It's not just doubling it. Put a T, and then the generator. So yeah, that's kind of ugly. I think that's what I'm going to do. So pipe comes in, goes through all the gearboxes. So now it's spinning real fast. This is my electricity generator. It goes down, across, back, around, down, under, into the bottom flywheel, which is permanently engaged. And then the top flywheel is connected to my lever, which then goes into both the fluid jets through these gearboxes, which are just nothing. They're just one-to-one and don't change. And that's what separates the fluid, which can come in through these bottom ports and linked up into the top ports. And then not having to run that pipe down this side leaves my diesel intake free. And then I've only got 2 more ports up here. And then I need to connect all the ports on the bottom for steam out. And they need to make their way to this pump. Oh. So I should be able to copy this and flip it. Right, so now my output pipe should be down here somewhere. This one. So that's like the roof of my fuel tank. And then we come across here. We need to go around the stairs. Straight across and then up. Ooh. And now I chuck a wall through here, I believe. Maybe just along the top. And then we go like this. This fuel tank, which is like twice as big. Plus, if I use microcontrollers, that's going to get even bigger. My coolant for my condenser has access to seawater. It goes up, it goes through. We've got pumps. We can walk down here. We've got these little things that make it look structural. Structural. I'm going to get rid of these so I can make it look nice. Zhuzh that up. We're all zhuzhed up. So now I'm missing 3 pumps, I think. I need 2 pumps for my firefighting hoses that connect up on the top deck. And then I need another pump to pull in seawater to go through a desalinator. Now I'm looking at this space here. This is enough space to run the pumps for the fuel system. But it's got to go like this. Which means I need space for a valve as well. I need a valve. Do I need a valve? Yeah, I need a valve. But the valve doesn't have to be there. The valve could be in the fuel tank. But I want it to be repairable, so the valve should be somewhere down there. So I'm looking at a valve, 2 pumps, and a manual valve. And I could use a variable valve, but I think that's a bit... It requires me to use my brain, which I do not want to do. I would not like to use my brain. Thank you very much. So I need the pumps from the fuel system to go into the tank, then I need the tank to be able to bypass through into this, which means this can actually just go down. And then I don't know how far along I can go. Let me do something else I'm thinking about. So I'm getting a bit stuck on this system here. So here, beside the stairs, what I've got on this side is like a pipe that goes up, or a beam that goes up. So what I need from here is I've got air in and exhaust out. The air in needs a valve, which is a variable valve. The exhaust doesn't need that. But see, that can go pretty happily there. And then we have 2 pipes coming across. So I'm thinking we go like that. A little bit in and then maybe use some wedges. But then we can go straight into pipes. And that pipes us up nicely while sort of giving us this support system, the support structure, pillars holding the roof up. If I bring this pipe, this pillar forwards, that might be more helpful for my idea. It might be more helpful for fitting a desalinator in here, and then you just have to kind of yeah, then it screws up what's going on this side. I like how the valve is kind of sticking out. So what's under here? This is the pipe for power delivery. A pump, another pump. Hey, wait a minute. I can't do these pumps like this unless I cover that up. What if the desalinator was up here? Desalinator, it fits. It does fit. What's this? That can be shifted slightly. I can run pipes through there. Okay, hold on. What about this? What's that? That's a wedge, so that's no good. That's a way out. What is this? This is a power pipe. I really think the desalinator would be cool here. But it's just, how do I get the pipes? How do I get the pipes in here? So there's my symmetry. Pipes go up. Pipes probably go across or something. Then I have a pump. This pipe needs to come across a bit more and go up and then go across. Then we have desalinator. And then, I don't know what happens here. If I spin it around, then I can go into the pipe on the other side. This looks ugly though, doesn't it? This is not very nice to look at. So if I cut this, spin it around, get rid of these, and cut that out, can go into there. If you do a pipe like that, it might help make it look nice. Oh, you know what would be better? I think I just need to like decorate it a little bit. You know, fill it up with things. So that lets me go up. This is the floor. This is the floor. This is the floor. I'm thinking, you know, this is the floor because I want to put a tank in here somewhere, but I can't hang it from this pipe. I would have to like go down and then back up. Wait a minute. This pipe here is the water pipe. I'm an idiot. See, I can just go zhoosh. And that is sending fresh water, seawater, desalinated seawater back into the system, which is pressurized from here and pressurized from here. So there's no chance it's going to go back into the condenser. It's going to get pumped in, desalinated, sucked up, sent off. So can I do something more about this then? Can I have another desalinator is what I'm thinking. It looks really nice in the center, that's the thing. If I want another one, I have to shift it to the side. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like that for now. We're just going to accept our fate. Now, a fluid tank might be what I need, though, to help top up the system. Is this fluid tank enough? It would be nice if the tank were before it gets into the pump that sends it into the thing. Otherwise, it's going to like pressurize the tank and not be sucking out of the tank. So I've got a pump here pressurizing that way. I've got a pump pressurizing that way, which is going to... Oh, I probably need like a flow valve like in here so that it can't force back. It's going to, isn't it? Damn. I'm not so sure about this. I need the excess water to just kind of fall into the boiler and not be pressurized in the opposite direction. It would be like if you did that. You need the tank to be a buffer, I think. Or you need a flow valve after the tank so that, yeah, you don't want the coolant from the condenser. You don't want the water from the condenser blocking the pipe that's trying to desalinate ocean water. This looks so clean though. I'm so happy. This is V3. Still need to offset my pistons, but generally right now all I'm looking at is getting a desalination system to top up my fluids and maybe a spare fuel tank. But I think that could go up here quite happily. Like if you think I just do this, whoop, spare fuel tank. I mean, that's actually a good idea, I think. Because then I think that still leaves that like trunk area exposed because the fuel tank is still below the deck. And what I think I'd do is just like close off that. Like, how do you get that over into here though? But I could probably just run it through the floor and then drop it down somewhere between the pump and the fuel intake. Fluid jets still don't work, and spoilers or coolant in general, I don't know. Stuff just doesn't work. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to test this. So I think, and I feel like I've got quite a bit of time to just keep messing around with cleaning this up. I don't know. Stormworks is in such a weird state at the moment. This is, I've gone an hour overtime just cleaning this up, and actually had a lot of fun as well doing it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.